So, I'm just gonna start this out for you. Take Walter White, give him reverse Benjamin Button disease and his cancer, and then have him get run over and then remade by aliens in the very first intergalactic hit and run. That's pretty much what this is. So, what is up YouTube? It's Rsmario here bringing you another anime first impressions video. And this time we are talking about probably my anime of the season, like personally, outside of like, you know, the Ancient Mage's Bride and a couple of other shows. This is the show I've been looking forward to the most, Inuyashiki. Alright, so Inuyashiki is another example of Japan pulling a card from the Western hero playbook, because as you watch this show, like even the first couple episodes, it's gonna feel like I actually got like weird flashbacks of Spider-Man from the show, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But the show follows Inicho. Oh, a second. Names elude me. Give me a second. I need this name here. Outtro. Okay, Outtro Inuyashiki. And he's the leader of the Inuyashiki family, so he's basically, you know, the dad of this family. And his family kind of treat him like crap. His kids don't like him, you know, he just buys a house, the kids talk crap about the house. His wife doesn't care about him as much as she probably should. And so he's pretty much feeling pretty distant from his family. And he goes and he finds out that he has cancer, so they're just throwing more stuff on the pile for him, and then he just goes out one day and decides to just have a good cry, and he gets hit by an alien, like literally, like this goes from being like oh uber dramatic to boom, crazy. He literally gets run over by aliens, and you know, of course it's a hit and run, so they feel like, oh well, we kind of killed him, we should help him out, so they remake him as a cyborg man. There's also another person there as well who is remade as a cyborg. I think this is going to come back. I think this story is going to wrap around to this because it seems like the other guy, seems like Hiro, the teenager, was there for a reason, while Ichiro just happened to be there. But he's run over by aliens. They remake him as a cyborg. Okay, alright, so the part that kind of makes it feel like Spider-Man is him getting used to his power. In his room, he's just flipping out, doing crazy stuff because his arm is a machine gun, and like that scene felt like something ripped straight out of a superhero show, particularly Spider-Man, when he's realized one of the two origin stories of Spider-Man when he figures out he has powers and he's, you know, shooting his webs and climbing on things, and he's astounded or kind of afraid. And that's the same thing we get here. And it's pretty interesting that they took pretty much a quintessential origin story of a hero and they spun it for an older anime character, which is something we don't usually see a lot of. It's interesting. Usually, you know, even in superhero shows, you know, it's a younger character, like a teenager or maybe someone in the early 20s, versus an older enemy, or maybe one of their own comrades, or somebody on their level who's an enemy. No, we have a very older hero versus a younger villain, which is actually pretty interesting. The visuals, the show is a CG show, so that's probably going to be a blow against the show. But I love CG. I don't love CG anime, but I don't mind the CG. I mean, Aijin was CG, and that's one of my favorite animes. But yeah, it's the visuals are interesting. They're pretty good for CG. It's not like you don't see most of the weaknesses of CG that you see in other shows. And the show does get pretty dark. I was gonna make a list of some of the most messed up moments of the anime season so far, And I still might actually do that list. And this show definitely has a couple of those moments. But beyond that, this show, if you can, is definitely a watch. And the reason I say if you can is because, of course, it is licensed by Amazon, and so that means it's going to be on their Amazon Strike, the Amazon Anime Strike service. Which, I mean, it's not a bad service. I mean, it's better than Netflix, where you get your shows weekly rather than having to wait 3 months. The problem with this is, well, you have to get through 2 paywalls to get to it. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to talk about this show is because I think a lot of people aren't going to watch the show because 1, it's CG, and 2, it's behind 2 paywalls just to get to the show. Of course, then there's always piracy, but you know, you do want to support the industry and stuff like that. But if you can find a way to watch the show because it actually is pretty good. So that's about it for this one. Watch out for my next impressions video. Like, comment, subscribe, and keep it real.